people and the residents of the North Country sent me to Albany to fulfill a promise that I had made to them, that our government would be more transparent and our public officials would be held accountable. Hardworking families of the North Country deserve to have a government that is accountable and transparent.
That's Assemblyman Billy Jones speaking shortly after being elected to New York's 115th Assembly District. Jones recently won re-election for a fourth term. I spoke with him about things like political divisiveness, North Country issues, and the overall importance of the district.
We have the Adirondacks here. We are a gateway to Canada. Our friends and neighbors to the north, a lot of important trade goes on there, a lot of commerce, a lot of traffic through here to get business down here into the North Country, into New York State as a whole.
You represent parts of 3 counties in New York State, Clinton, Franklin, and now Essex. How important is it to you to get out in the community and see what issues people are going through here in the district?
I think it's one of the most important things I do. Rarely am I sitting in the office except for when I'm taking meetings, and obviously there's phone calls and emails to do, but I'm out on the road. Anybody that knows me or has followed my career knows that I'm out. I'm talking to constituents, talking to small business owners, talking to non-for-profits and organizations and how we can better help the community. And I think as a person representing this area, you need to be out and actually talk to people one-on-one about what their lives, what's going on in their lives, what concerns they have, and how we can improve and how we can continue to improve their lives.
The difficulties of navigating through the COVID-19 pandemic have been numerous. As a politician working with 2 national governments, even more so. Jones was a strong supporter of reopening the U.S.-Canada border months before it actually did, believing both governments could do so safely.
It was difficult. We had to deal with, federal governments, 2 federal governments from each side. Our provincial and our state governments really didn't have a say in that. It kind of fell on, and not much so much as Congress either, or the Parliament. It really fell on the administrations on both governments, and to try to convince them to open the border, we knew we could do it in a safe manner. It was excruciating at times, because you have to remember, along this border, we have family members on each side that wanted to connect with their loved ones. We had people doing business on each side. We had the tourism and the commerce. It was just heartbreaking to hear that they could not connect with loved ones that oftentimes had ailments or just needed, they were isolated, just needed that comfort from a family member or a friend again. So it was tough.
Political division. It's rampant across the country. We've seen it in the midterms. How important is bipartisanship in the political arena when it comes to local governments, state governments, and national governments?
It's what we need. It's what people are begging for. We have extremists on this side, we have extremists on that side, yes. But this political rhetoric, and this rhetoric in general, where hate speech and just total lies and depictions of falsehoods and false elections and all of this stuff, it's nonsense. And it needs to stop. We're here to supposedly serve the people and help the people. If I wake up every single day, which I probably could. I wake up every day and I tweet something out, or I put something on Facebook that says how nasty somebody else is, or the other side is this, or they're just the worst people in the world, or they have the worst ideas, or they do this, they do that. That's not serving the people. That's why I've always lived by being a person that will work with anyone. We get up every day, we actually talk to our constituents. I learn what their concerns are, and I'm willing to work with anybody and everybody to make sure that we come up with solutions. Because at the end of the day, the person that is struggling to pay their bills, or the person that doesn't have enough gas in their tank to get to work back and forth, doesn't have a vehicle to get back and forth, are dealing with whatever, college debt, are dealing with whatever they're dealing with in their day, doesn't give a crap if I am yelling at the other side, if I am doing if I am depicting somebody as nasty or I'm doing other things, they care about their lives and helping their families out and making sure that they provide the best that they can for their own families and friends.
The Assemblyman won his re-election bid by a 60-40 margin over opponent Stephen Chilton. New York's 115th Assembly District is located in a predominantly red part of the state, with Jones being only the second Democratic Assemblyman in history here. Were there any concerns going into this election, even as an incumbent, seeing as this is a very red part of the state?
Absolutely. But I feel that we have a proven track record, and I say we, I'm talking about my team. I'm talking about my team here. I'm talking about my supporters and my staff. I have a staff that is excellent. And what do? We listen to constituents. We get hundreds of emails in here a week. We get hundreds of phone calls in a week. And to that person calling or emailing, it is the single most important thing in their lives at that moment. And my staff, to their credit, and they do it and they will continue to do it, they take the time and they listen to that person and they try to solve their problems. Because at that moment, that person, if they're calling their New York State Assembly member, they are having issues and they are looking for an ear to listen to. They're looking for some kind of solution to their problem.
The new term brings a new set of challenges. High gas and energy prices have proved to be disastrous for working families nationwide. Both are immediate goals for Billy Jones.
I think we should continue with the gas tax, the suspension of the gas tax. We put that in the budget last year. I think it has done. I know it has done some good. We can do more. I have a bill out there that will reduce home heating costs as far as reducing taxes on that as well. We're coming into some winter months here. I have legislation out there to help those people that fall through the cracks, to make sure that their homes are heated this winter, to make sure that the power stays on in their homes, because we never not want to see somebody that has to make the decision whether it's between food or groceries or heating their home. Cold weather is here. It's coming. We're going to have a long winter, so we need to help people with that.
As for future political aspirations, Assemblyman Jones says he's lucky to represent the North Country and is looking ahead to a future of helping people of the district. He did note opportunities do arise, so not leaving anything off the table just yet. I'm Joe Mason, and that's PS News for this morning. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day.